set. So Starkiller is a brand new team that was added to the latest run of Conquest. So definitely going in, didn't know exactly how it works, but once you figure out, I mean, it's pretty easy to take down like any other team once you do have this data disk set equipped. And now in terms of the modifier, they have the Unleashed modifier, which actually activates Starkiller's Omicron. Even though his Omicron is Grand Arena only, the enemy is a bit cheating here and they have it activated, but luckily in terms of the lead, it's Starkiller lead and he has no leadership, right? So it's not like those Starkiller teams with under Pulp's lead that you would be facing in Territory Wars and Grand Arenas. It's not all that scary really once you know exactly what to do. They also over-prepared to modifier always, it seems. Now, so this is data they set I'll be running. I got obviously 2 stacks of Amplify Agony, then Volatile Accelerator and Unstable Decelerator, and then a couple of data disks there for extra support, survivability and some extra turn meter gain. Alright, so let's run like any other Gone in 30 Seconds video set. You have to start it with CLS Han and Chewie. To be honest, with this data this set, Han and Chewie and any free characters will tear pretty much any team apart. Han shoots first. Now in terms of kill order, I like to go after Darth Vader first. You can't remove his turn meter, and you definitely don't want to get into his Merciless, because anytime he uses basic, Starkiller will get to assist. Luckily, when Darth Vader gets his first turn, he usually starts off with an AoE. He will never start off with Merciless straight away. Now this is a second team we're using with Han and Chewie. With Scoundrels, Beskar Mando goes great, and then really any 4th and 5th can be any Scoundrels, really doesn't even matter, because of Beskar's Mando lead, whenever we deal damage we'll be gaining lots of bonus turn meter, and you know, anytime these effects from Data Disk, Amplify Agony and Volatile Accelerator trigger, that counts as damage. As you can see, we're getting so much bonus turn meter that enemy never gets to get a turn. We wipe the board clean completely. That's why the 4th and 5th Scoundrel in this team are always irrelevant, to be honest. It's just Mando, Han and Chewie. Up next, we've got a Jedi team. So this is my favorite non-galactic Jedi team, really, because you have all bases covered. You got Savior, you got Revives with Jolie, and then obviously Jedi Anakin there. Will gain bonus turns, so he can then go ahead, use Heroes Arise, which will then give 100% turn meter over to your Luke, so he can do his mass stun, which will do a lot of damage thanks to the data this set. Took out Starkiller first. Now going after Darth Vader, get him down. Mark Mara, get her down. Obviously need to take care of Visa so she doesn't revive anybody, and only Barris left. So there you go. After the initial opening sequence that enemy had, you know, this wasn't really all that bad once we get our Jedi wheel going. Now General Grievous, he's a kind of a soft counter to Starkillers anyways, so in Conquest this works even better because of the data disks, and obviously it's not Palpatine lead as you would face normally. Start spamming your AoEs there, try to get target lock spreading. Let's do an AoE. Ho-ho! Grievous, there we go. Just down to Visas, so Grievous, great, excellent team with his data this set to take out Starkiller very quickly. Up next we got Thrawn and Darth Vader. Then some sort of pre-taunt is good, so obviously Vader and Thrawn don't get stunned. And then Tarkin. The whole idea here is obviously with Thrawn's lead, whenever your Empire allies are debuffed, they'll be getting bonus turn meter, so this will allow you to get a turn in here quite quickly, so you can then go ahead, do Merciless with Darth Vader, and as soon as you are in Merciless, I mean, this game is pretty much over because of the data they said. You just kind of go around. You have to be wary obviously here of Starkiller's counterattacks. That's why I use their strategic maneuver instead, so that's the ability you get from Thrawn's lead with the last turn out of Merciless with Vader, because if I would do basic, Starkiller could potentially counterattack and he can do some big damage on his basic. We got just, you know, 501st, standard 501st squad here. They can get the job done. It takes a while a little bit because they themselves don't apply a whole lot of debuffs, and also this data set relies a lot on applying debuffs to trigger all those effects from data disk, but eventually we get them down. As always, you have to go after Darth Vader first. You don't want him to go into Merciless. And then going after Barris here, because she doesn't heal somebody. She'll die from damage over time anyway, so kind of switch now to the other guys. There we go, down goes Starkiller and down goes Mara as well. So General Skywalker takes care of these guys quite easily as well. So moving on, we got Shaak Ti and Bad Batch team. Now actually I had very bad RNG here. Mara stunned Shaak Ti, which is literally the worst case possible, because if she would stun anybody else, Shaak Ti would have already got a turn and she would be able to cleanse everything, give Echo 100% turn meter. So I wouldn't be able, you know, they wouldn't get an extra hit on me, but still Shaak Ti gained so much bonus turn meter. She got another turn. We got lots of counter attacks there as well. And then we get our thing going with AoEs and things like that. So enemy doesn't really stand a chance, to be honest, once you get going. So we go, just a basic on Mara, and down she goes. So moving on, we've got a Maul team now as well. So just, you know, standard Maul here with what? Because obviously Maul will start with Frenzy. What uses stack, triggers Frenzy, then Kendra does his AoE, triggers Frenzy again, and then Maul with 5 stacks on Anguish. You can just go to town and defeat everybody. Here comes the counter attack there from Starkiller. Armor is quite durable, so she can take it. And here we go. And now we can just go ahead, take these guys down one at a time. Okay, down goes Visas. Let's go ahead, pop Mara, pop Barris, and down they go. It's definitely Maul Watt combo here in Conquest is a very fun team to use. You can pretty much destroy anyone. We've got Night Sisters, they work as well, quite good here. They obviously get the opening plays going, but as soon as you get going, I mean, you know, they don't really stand a chance here. We get all these revives, they can't really get around Zombie Taunt. Do an AoE. Let's go ahead and do another AoE. So the damage over times are really stacking now. See, that's what I was saying. Starkillers, the basic attacks on counters can do a lot of damage. So definitely have to a little bit be careful with him. See if we can get a big hit. Oh, it wasn't quite enough. Here comes another counter attack. Spirit is obviously back there for the revive. Took care of these guys, and down goes Starkiller as well. So Night Sisters, another great team here to take care of these guys. So moving on, we got Rey Jedi training, the Queen of Droids, so just free resistance droids, and then L3 is good for the pre-taunt. And because of Rey, obviously whenever your guys get debuffed, she'll be getting lots of bonus turn meter. So she got a turn now already, even though she was to begin with slower than the enemies. Go after Vader first. You don't want him going into Merciless. You can now use Smoke Screen on L3 just to make sure that the Starkiller is not counter-attacking. Now he has 30% chance to counter, so you know he doesn't counter every single time, but you definitely want to minimize his counter-attacks if you can by using stealth mechanics, because you cannot daze or stun these guys because of Starkiller in there. Took him down, basic on Barris, and now just have to finish off Mara here. Just one more hit and down she goes. Alright, so up next we've got Galactic Republic, just a standard Padme team here. Will do. Now Padme teams are not the fastest, you can't gain any bonus turn meter with Padme in there. So, you know, enemies will be getting opening plays on you, but as soon as you get going, you know, you'll be able to turn things around quite quickly. Okay, so Mara getting another turn. Alright, let's clean up this mess. Go after Vader first. You do not want him getting into Merciless, because on his second turn he will use Merciless. Let's just go ahead, kick in the face, get him down. Let's now do a mass assist on Starkiller, take Visas out, a dodge. There we go, and now just a case of finishing off Mara and Barris. So we go, Padme again, great team here to handle these guys. Now we got just a standard Sith Empire team here. You want to bring in HK because his AoE with Amplify Gun and Volatile Accelerator at least will do some big damage when he finally gets a turn. Obviously we won't be able to outrun these guys, but you know, fear a little bit will help stopping these guys. There we go, let's go ahead, spread fear, and here comes the counter attack from Starkiller. Now we got Death Mark on him. Let's go ahead and drain him, do another big hit. Let's get fear going, and here comes HK's AoE, and it wipes the board entirely. So very good team choose as well versus Starkiller. Obviously, you can use also Galactic Legends versus Starkiller. Jedi Master Kenobi, I mean, it's going to be a straightforward thing, really. You just need aim with Cat, then Cat can go ahead, insta-kill Starkiller, and then any 3 really characters that will do. Obviously, if you do have Kenobi, you will have Qui-Gon, Alia, and Mace relicked up, so you can might as well just make use of them here in this team. There we go, finally get a turn, take out Starkiller, and now I can just hit autoplay, and this is pretty much safe now. Mara potentially could revive, Visas could revive potentially somebody, but we were able to get her out very quickly, very easily. And finally, Lord Vader is an absolute beast when it comes to this data disc set, just because he applies so many debuffs and then he triggers all these data discs. So as soon as he gets a turn, everybody get to, you know, 1 health, and then Darth Vader follows up with his own AoE. And this is pretty much it here. I'll just go ahead, kick Starkiller in the face, another AoE with Tarkin, and this wipes the board as well. So there it goes, you can see from all these battles, I mean, Starkiller, don't be scared of him, he's no harder to take down than any other over-prepared teams, especially, you know, if it would be under Palpatine lead, maybe it would be a different story, but Starkiller lead on its own doesn't do much really for this team. Hopefully this video was useful and helpful. Let me know in the comments below or on my Discord server. But until then, have fun, enjoy life, and may the RNG be with you, my friends.